Hi folks, and welcome to my 5 minutes quick training on flying a helicopter in Rust. So here we go. I won't bother giving you all the whys and wherefores of aerodynamics and stuff like that, because it does react very similar to like a real life heli. But there's some simple rules to follow to avoid crashing it. A lot of it is going to be experience, but there's some key basics which will help you in your first early hours of flying one of these great machines. So here we go. First things first, WAS and D. If you're on a PC, W is accelerate or hover. S will bring you down, but not touching the keys will also slowly descend you. That's important. A and D will rotate the helicopter on its axis. Your mouse controls bank and pitch. With that said, let's take off. Straight up, don't touch anything. If it's your first time, just go with it. Get some height. Ease your mouse forward, just gently, keeping the power on W, and that shifts the airflow slightly to the back of the heli as well as under you, hence you move forward. The biggest mistake most people make is when they want to turn, when they're already going forward, you end up with this, which is a disaster for most people, because within seconds of that, you're in the deck. The trick is, because you're aiming forward, when you want to turn, to keep the angle of attack going forward, every time you turn, move your mouse, slide your mouse in the same direction. So if I want to go left, I'm going to push A. I'm also going to swipe my mouse left at the same time. Let me explain that again, because that was a hash of words. So I'm going forward. If I want to go left, you push left on your mouse, and then also just pulse the key slightly as well. Right? And you will bank round, and push your mouse back and level. You want to go right, same deal. Press D, move your mouse right at the same time. And you will bank round and then level up. If you're starting to gain a bit of speed, like I did there, just pull back on your mouse slightly. That's it. The rest of it, you have to practice. There's no quick fire rule to become a pro helicopter pilot. Practice is everything, but the basics, when you turn on the keyboard, turn on the mouse in the same direction, and you will find that you will have better control. Whoops. And we land. All planned, of course. That's the other thing. If you're getting low to the ground or you want to land, just jump out when you're very near the floor, and the heli will almost land itself. Let me take off again. So that's key. If you start going forward faster, you will lose height because you're shifting more of the air behind you as opposed to giving lift. So it's a balance. So when you turn, I'm going to turn a bit sharpish here. I'm going to bank at the same time. Pull back a little bit just to keep your power underneath you, and you're good. If you want to land, do it just very gently and slowly initially. You can push down, which is S obviously on a keyboard, and that will bring you down faster. If you just let go of all keys, which I'm going to do now, I'm not touching anything, you will drift down to a very gentle stop, but it's a lot slower. If you want to come in at speed and you're going forward, you need to bring your mouse back to brake the heli, to put the air in front of you. So I'm going to get a bit of speed. So let's say I want to land here fast, and so this goes okay. So I'm pushing down, and then last minute pushing, pulling back, just to give it a little bit of flair so it brakes. The heli does brake, of course, if it comes in hard, but it is fairly resilient once you've had a bit of practice. I mean, if you come down fairly hard, you think you're not going to be able to land it smoothly and you're worried it's going to destroy, jump out of it. So like, for instance, I'm banking hard here. Let's just get around here. Okay, I'm going to come in fairly hard. It's good to go wrong. It's just to show. I'm going to brake quite hard and jump out. Didn't even smash anything off it. So there you go. Have fun with the helis. I recommend you go on a training server or sandbox creative server so you can spawn one of these in and get your practice. I was lucky enough when I started playing Rust, these were scattered all around the roads and you could jump in with 30, 40 fuel and have a practice. My first 4, 5, 6 flights, not having a clue what I was doing, ended up in bits of helicopter everywhere. Now they're expensive at $7.50 scrap, so worth getting a bit of practice in. And that's it. Happy flying, and I'll see you in the next one.